You are now listening to 1 Timothy 4:13 Project with the undershepherds of the Cathedral of Praise, Philippines, Pastor David E. Sumrall and Sister Beverley Sumrall with Pastora Alisha Sumrall-Lozano.
Good evening. Welcome again to Project 1 Timothy chapter 4. I'm Pastor Sumrall, the pastor of the Cathedral of Praise, and we have 2 more nights, and then we will have finished Exodus. And then on Saturday, Sister Bev is going to start the book of Leviticus with you. But first, Pastor A is going to teach us some wisdom from the Book of Proverbs tonight.
Welcome everyone, I'm Pastora A, and today we are stepping into the Book of Proverbs where God's wisdom meets daily life. So let's get started. Today we're going to take a look at verses 12 and 13 of Proverbs chapter 4, and it says, "When you walk, you won't be held back. When you run, you won't stumble. Take hold of my instructions, don't let them go. Guard them, for they are the key to life." Now in verse 12 we see here, because we've been taught, because we have been led, we should not make the response of doing certain things or doing other things. And then in verse 13 we are seeing and understanding that learning is the key of life. So let's break this down. Solomon is basically saying, in a sense, hey, son, I have taught you. You know my wisdom. You know my instructions. You know now how to be wise. You know how to make choices because of what I've taught you in the way of wisdom. This is what Solomon is basically telling his son. Now we sense that Solomon received an appropriate satisfaction in fulfilling his duty to teach his son wisdom that his father also had taught him and he is passing forward. Now this would guide his children and his children's children well into the future, that when you run, you will not stumble, etc., etc. Now the same goes for us, brothers and sisters. We have been taught. We then need to apply. Now, sometimes we are the ones doing the teaching, and sometimes we are the ones who are being taught. But either way, whether we are the ones teaching or we are the ones being taught, we need to apply the wisdom that is taught. Now, parents often work hard to prepare their children to succeed in the world, to run well in the race of life, without also working hard to impact God's wisdom into children. You might set them to run, but then they stumble. It's important for all of us to be grounded in the things of God so that when we run, we don't stumble, we don't get hindered. Again, Solomon is emphasizing here the value that we should all have for wisdom. We should regard the love and the pursuit of wisdom to be a life or death matter. Let me say that again. We should regard it to be a life or death matter. We must take firm hold of wisdom because so much work makes us let go of her. Why? So much of what's happening in this world, so much of the things that are trying to distract our thoughts and our mind, make us let go of wisdom, make us turn to other things or other sources. But we need to be holding on and seeing that value. So let me ask you this. What have you been taught? Or how are you teaching others? Are you applying what you have been taught? Are you applying how you are to go with wisdom? Are you being led properly by wisdom in your life? Remember, learning is the key to our life. It is the key to success. Let it not be for us in one ear and out the other, but let us fully learn and apply. Now let's head over to Pastor Sumrall.
Our Old Testament passage tonight comes down close to the end of the book of Exodus. We're building the tabernacle in the wilderness. Chapter 37, verse 1. Next, Bezalel made an ark of acacia wood. Now this is the Ark of the Covenant. A sacred chest 45 inches long, 27 inches wide, and 27 inches high. He overlaid it inside and outside with pure gold and ran a molding of gold all around it. He cast 4 gold rings and attached them to its 4 feet, 2 rings on each side. Then he made poles from acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. He inserted the poles into the rings at the sides of the ark to carry it. He also made the ark's cover the place of atonement. This is the mercy seat. This is Jesus. The place of atonement from pure gold. It was 45 inches long and 27 inches wide. He made 2 cherubim from hammered gold and placed them on the 2 ends of the atonement cover. He molded the cherubim on each end of the atonement cover, making it all of one piece of gold. The cherubim faced each other and looked down on the atonement cover with their wings spread above it as they protected it. Because remember, this is Jesus. This symbolized the presence of God. And the cherubs guard the glory. Then Bezalel made a table of acacia wood, 36 inches long, 18 inches wide, 27 inches high. He overlaid it with pure gold and ran a gold molding around the edge. He decorated it with a 3-inch border all around, and he ran a gold molding along the border. Then he cast 4 gold rings for the table and attached them at the 4 corners next to the 4 legs. The rings were attached near the border to hold the poles that were used to carry the table. He made these poles from acacia wood and overlaid them with pure gold. Then he made special containers of pure gold for the table, bowls, ladles, jars, and pitchers, to be used in pouring out of liquid offerings. Then Bezalel made a lampstand of pure hammered gold. He made the entire lampstand and its decorations of one piece: the base, center stem, lamp cups, buds, and petals. The lampstand had 6 branches going out from the center stem, 3 on each side. Each of the 6 branches had 3 lamp cups shaped like almond blossoms, complete with buds and petals. The center stem of the lampstand was crafted with 4 lamp cups shaped like almond blossoms, complete with buds and petals. There was an almond bud beneath each pair of branches, where the 6 branches extended from the center stem, all made of one piece. The almond buds and the branches were all of one piece with the center stem, and they were hammered from pure gold. He also made 7 lamps for the lampstand, lamp snuffers, and trays, all of pure gold. The entire lampstand, along with its accessories, were made from 75 pounds of pure gold. Now, in today's terms, at gold per ounce, you're looking at the lampstand alone valued at $6 million. $6 million. Now, times almost 60, and you get our pesos. Then Bezalel made the incense altar of acacia wood. It was 18 inches square and 36 inches high, with horns at the corners carved from the same piece of wood as the altar itself. He overlaid the top sides and horns of the altar with pure gold, and he ran a gold molding around the entire altar. He made 2 gold rings and attached them on the opposite sides of the altar below the gold molding to hold the carrying poles. He made the poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. Then he made the sacred anointing oil and the fragrant incense, using the techniques of a skilled incense maker. Chapter 38, verse 1. Next, Bezalel used acacia wood to construct the square altar of burnt offerings. It was 7 feet wide, 7 feet long, and 4 feet high. He made horns for each of the 4 corners so that the horns on the altar were of one piece. He overlaid the altar with bronze. Then he made all the altar utensils of bronze: the ash buckets, the shovels, the basins, the meat forks, and the fire pans. Next, he made a bronze grating and installed it halfway down the side of the altar under the ledge. He cast 4 rings and attached them to the corners of the bronze grating to hold the carrying poles. He made the poles from acacia wood and overlaid them with bronze. He inserted the poles through the rings on the sides of the altar. The altar was hollow and made from planks. Bezalel made the bronze wash basin and its bronze stand from the bronze mirrors donated by the women who served at the entrance of the tabernacle. Now, I want you to notice the special mention that is made. Mirrors were of great precious value to women in that day. They didn't have glass mirrors like we had. They had bronze that had been made very, very shiny, bronze of the highest quality. And these ladies who served at the entrance of the tabernacle. They gave the most precious thing they had to make the wash basin. Then Bezalel made the courtyard, which was enclosed with curtains made of finely woven linen. On the south side, the curtains were 150 feet long. They were held up by 20 posts set securely in 20 bronze bases. He hung the curtains with silver hooks and rings. He made a similar set of curtains for the north side, 150 feet of curtains held up by 20 posts set securely in bronze bases. He hung the curtains with silver hooks and rings. The curtain on the west end of the courtyard was 75 feet long, hung with silver hooks and rings, and supported by 10 posts set into 10 bases. So notice we have a rectangle. Okay. The east end, the front, was also 75 feet long, so it's 75 on the ends and 150 down the sides. The courtyard entrance was on the east end, flanked by 2 curtains. The curtain on the right side was 22 feet long and was supported by 3 posts set into 3 bases. The curtain on the left side was 22 feet long and was supported by 3 posts set into 3 bases. All the curtains used in the courtyard were made of finely woven linen. Each post had a bronze base, and all the hooks and rings were silver. The tops of the posts of the courtyard were overlaid with silver, and the rings that hold up the curtains were made of silver. He made the curtain for the entrance of the courtyard of finely woven linen and embroidered it with beautiful embroidery in blue, purple, and scarlet thread. It was 30 feet long, and its height was 7 feet, just like the curtains of the courtyard walls. It was supported by 4 posts, each set securely in its own bronze base. The tops of the posts were overlaid with silver, and the hooks and rings were also made of silver. All the tent pegs used in the tabernacle and the courtyards were made of bronze. This is the inventory used in building the tabernacle of the covenant. The Levites compiled the figures as Moses directed, and Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest, served as recorder. Now, just park there for a moment and realize what God has just showed you. That there's an inventory, there's an asset list, and there is a receipt of offerings. There is a receipt of materials. So even as slaves, with their first construction project, there is a receipt of materials, there is an inventory, and there is an asset list that is kept. Bezalel, son of Uri, grandson of Hur, the tribe of Judah, made everything just as the Lord commanded Moses. He was assisted by Aholiah, son of Ashmach, of the tribe of Dan, a craftsman, expert in engraving, designing, and embroidering with blue, purple, and scarlet thread on fine linen. The people brought special offerings of gold, totaling 2,193 pounds, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. The gold was used throughout the tabernacle. Okay, now notice, if you're valuing that at $5,000 an ounce today, that's 175 million US dollars of gold. That's 10 billion pesos. Just for the gold in the tabernacle. The whole community of Israel gave 7,545 pounds of silver. Now, at $82 an ounce in today's terms, that's another 9.9 million US dollars, or 575 million pesos, just for the silver, just for the materials. This silver came from the tax collected from each man registered in the census. The tax is 1 beka, which is half a shekel, based on the sanctuary shekel. The tax was collected from 603,550 men who had reached their 20th birthday. Now, this takes us back to Exodus chapter 30, verses 6 to 11, where we learn this is the reason that David sinned. This shekel tax that was taken at a census, there was to be an offering that was brought to God every time a census was taken, and that offering was to be used for God's house. The 100 bases for the frames of the sanctuary walls and for posts supporting the inner curtain required 7,500 pounds of silver, about 75 pounds for each base. The remaining 45 pounds of silver was used to make hooks and rings and to overlay the tops of the posts. The people also brought as special offerings 5,000 310 pounds of bronze, which was used for casting the bases for the posts at the entrance of the tabernacle, and for the bronze altar and its bronze grating, and all the altar utensils. Bronze was also used to make the bases for the posts that supported the curtains around the courtyard, and the bases for the curtain at the entrance of the courtyard, and all the tent pegs for the tabernacle and the courtyard. Now, again, I know we went through some very quote-unquote boring material tonight, but I want to teach you to always read everything, whether it looks interesting or whether it does not look interesting. Because again, you saw principles tonight. You saw a sequence that first God builds the building, and then God puts the furniture in. You saw again Jesus, the mercy seat, covering the Ark of the Covenant made of pure gold, the glory of God guarded by the cherubs. Remember that you saw the great value that God put upon his house, and how even the women at the entrance of the tent of the meeting gave their mirrors, the most precious thing a woman would have in that day. You saw how that when the business of God's house was done, it was done properly, a recording with receipts of materials and an inventory and an asset list. So you learned things because you didn't skip over the stuff that doesn't look exciting. This is why I teach you read every word in the book, because as you read through it, you'll see these gems that just jump out at you, and you go, oh my goodness, would you look at that great truth. Father, let your hand rest upon your people tonight. Let healing flow into their bodies. Father, as they have built your house, build their house. As they have given, think of the women who gave their most precious. As the women gave their most precious things to build the bronze altar. Father, there are ladies among us that have given their most precious things to build your house. Let your hand of blessing rest upon them, Father. For all they have done for your house, Lord, build their house. Father, for all the single mothers who thought that they'd never have a home for their children to grow up in, Father, give them their own home, a place of safety and security for their children. In Jesus' name. Good night. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow night as we finish, yes, and I think we're going to finish tomorrow night, the book of Exodus.
Thank you for joining us today on the 1 Timothy 4:13 project with the under-shepherds of the Cathedral of Praise Philippines, Pastor David E. Sumrall and Sister Beverley Sumrall, with Pastora Alisha Sumrall-Lozano. Catch their podcasts on all leading podcast platforms and listen through DZBR 531 or tune in online at www.bible.radio. The Cathedral of Praise is a church fully committed to Jesus Christ and His Word. Our main campus is located at 350 Taft Avenue, Metro Manila, Philippines. For a full list of COP campus locations and service schedules, visit us at cathedralofpraisemanila.com.ph. Tune in again tomorrow for another inspiring reading from the Old Testament and Proverbs.